Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Friday morning, Friday, July 12th. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We've got a ton of stuff for you. Actually, don't have a ton of stuff for you. It's just me today, as this is our Take the Points show. Let's see. Weeze has to work for this. He has to cover for somebody. Lucas can't be here because he has a sales meeting somewhere, and Jamie can't be here. Oh, Jamie has the day off. The afternoon off. He could have been here, but he's going down to Rolla, Missouri to watch his daughter and participate in a volleyball tournament. So that is a fine excuse. I'm not going to give anybody guff about going to watch their kids play sports. So just me and you and the television, ladies and gentlemen, today. But we're going to have a fun time as we are going to talk a little bit of football today. Well, actually, if you think about it, we're talking about three different kinds of football today. If you count pro football and high school football as two different kinds, because there's nothing about one that is much like the other. But we're going to talk a little bit of high school football for just a short while. Going to talk a little bit of pro football. Remember last time we did a thing on the NFC North. Going to talk about the NFC East today, and then also going to talk a little bit of soccer football. Soccer/football. You don't call it one. If you call it one thing or the other, who knows? Not going to talk a ton about that, but a little bit. And then also the Major League Baseball, the All-Star Game is here. We might talk a little bit about the All-Star Game. I might even break down. Heaven help me! I might even break down the home run derby, because I can't bear to break down an all-star game. But I will see we'll see what all kinds of trouble we can get into today on Big Talk. What is going on in and around your area today on this, like I said, gorgeous Friday, July 12th? Quilt show. The quilt show, we had the ladies on here last week talking about the quilt show taking place this morning and tomorrow at the Flora High School. The So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild. I believe I had a tough time saying that when they were here. The So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild. So Nifty Sisterhood Quilt Guild will host their quilt show today from 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock, and then tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 4 o'clock. It's going to be at the Flora High School over there in the North Gymnasium. It's not the one it's not Conley Gym. It's the one across from Conley Gym. I guess they call it the girls' gym, or it's the North Gym. Admission to the quilt show is $5, and under 16 will get in for free. Oh, it's you'll see some terrifically beautiful quilts that, it's a wonderful show. The Wayne County Fair going on tonight down in Fairfield. The Midway will be open. Armbands are $23, and the grandstand attraction tonight, Pro Pulling Tractor Pull. That is at 7 o'clock this evening. So get out there to the Wayne County Fair. Not going to be a terrifically hot night tonight. I think, what do they call them today for the high of maybe 83 or something like that, 80 something. Have fun. Get to the Wayne County Fair. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? Fish fry at the Mill Shoals Christian Church. That is the Skilled Fork Raritan Club hosting fish fry. That's down at the Mill Shoals Christian Church from 4 to 7. Menus fish, of course. Hand-cut French fries, and we'll come back to that in just a minute. Hush puppies, baked beans, slaw, and drink. It's all for just $12. Dine in, carry out available. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. Up in Centralia, Over in Centralia, they are hosting the IDNR, the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, hosting their fishing and wildlife program this afternoon from 4 to 5 o'clock today. It's part of the Centralia Regional Library's summer reading program, Read, Renew, Repeat. So today it is going to be in the Munkin activity room. Scott Isringhausen from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, he's going to come in and he is going to give the program about fishing and Illinois wildlife. It's free for all ages, and all ages are welcome, so free for everybody. Also today, over in Wayne City, they have a nice event. Goes on to once or twice a month over the summertime. The Wayne City Matters crew. They put on food vendors and have all kinds of fun in the park. This is tonight at 6 p.m. in the Wayne City Park. Their musical guest, Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown's going to be bringing the fun. And Green Pig from Fairfield is going to come across, and they're going to be serving food. The big event today, well, there's two big events. Two big events going on today. Over in Hoyleton today, it's the first day of the Hofbraufest, the Hoyleton Hofbraufest. You remember, let's see, I've got the poster right over there, right? Yeah, Hofbraufest poster up there on the wall. As that is going to be today, tomorrow, and Sunday in downtown Hoyleton. You can't miss it. We had Dustin and Chris here a few days ago talking about it. It's going to be a ton of fun, and I'm really looking forward. I think I'm going to go over there for that fried chicken dinner on Sunday. That sounds incredible and outstanding. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Hoyleton. Get down there and have some fun. They'll have a good time. If you don't actually go to this one on Friday night, and then you can go to Hoyleton Saturday and Sunday night, because up in Effingham tonight, the Effingham Jam, they do this every year. It's a wonderful show. Put some pork on your fork at the Effingham Jam, presented by Kerner Distributors. The Hometown Throwdown local barbecue competition sets the stage for a night of wonderful barbecue, music, food, and fun. Your team of amateur barbecue enthusiasts can compete for category triumphs, trophies, top hogs, and the grand championship team. Remember last year, the year before, might be each year, you get all kinds of sponsors up there in Effingham to help put this thing on. I think the big cutting board company up there, was it Bose cutting board company was the trophy, and it's a beautiful trophy. The grand champion now of the pros walks away with a cash prize as well. Loose Lips, featuring Effingham's own Miles Baker, will perform, and they're going to take to the stage around 7 o'clock. Entertainment's going to be at 4 o'clock. I don't know who the group is at 4 o'clock. The Amateur Barbecue Challenge is at 5, and get up there. They're going to sell everybody's barbecue, so it's going to be wonderful. In addition to barbecue, you don't want to barbecue? Food trucks will be there as well, plus a beer tent from 4 to 10:30. Again, this is the Ham City Jam as well at 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. All that sounds wonderful in downtown Effingham. That's all Friday. I still have stuff for Saturday. Let's take a look. What is going on Saturday? The Wayne County Fair on Saturday night. It's closing. It's the last night of it. Armband night again. $23. Take you all the way. Ride all the rides. I think they have a Ferris wheel. Pretty sure they have the rocket, or as I like to call it, the Vomit Comet. I've never ridden in that thing. That thing scares me to death. I'm not scared of anything, but I'm not hopping in to the rocket. No way. but they've got it. It's safe. Wonderful folks there. Demolition Derby at 7 o'clock on Saturday night there in gorgeous western Fairfield, Illinois. What else is going on down in the area? At the Jeff Ruritan Club is going to have host their monthly breakfast. That's at 7 o'clock. Of course, you know where the Ruritan Club is there in Jeff. It's on the highway. You can't miss it. They host their monthly all-you-can-eat, self-serve buffet breakfast from 7 to 9 a.m. Cost by donation. The menu will consist of sausage patties, scrambled eggs, hash browns, sausage gravy, and biscuits, pancakes, white and chocolate milk, orange juice, and coffee. Oh, eat till it hurts and give till it hurts, as those guys do a wonderful job. You can do that, then go to Salem. They are having the food distribution. If you that'd be kind of an oddity, taking advantage of both of them. But the food distribution at the Grace Church of the Nazarene, it's on a first-come, first-served basis Saturday. Vehicles need to be lined up along I-37, along Highway 37 North, which is North Broadway, making sure not to block the roadway or to block any driveways. People got to get in and out, but the distribution begins at 8:30. Again, this is 1900 North Broadway. That'd be right up by the school. That might be a little north of the school, I think, come to think of it. Distribution begins at 8:30. Pull up your vehicle, pop your trunk. The volunteers will place food items inside, 1 box of produce per household. Produce boxes are distributed quickly, so you make sure you get there at 8:30. You want to get some produce, make sure your whole family stays healthy. Womack having a food pantry as well on Saturday. Now, this is going to be in Centralia. It's the Womack Food Pantry, but they're doing it in Centralia, 123 North James Street there in Centralia. It'll be, 123 James in Womack. It'll be open Saturday from 10 a.m. until noon. Come in and shop. Bring your own bag. This is an indoor thing. You don't have to stand in your car, stand in line. You bring in and drop, or bring in your own box or bag, one box or bag per household, and you must verify your address as well. We already talked about the Effingham Jam on Friday night. Interestingly enough, on Saturday, they have the Ham City Jam as well. This one isn't all about pork like the other one is. The other one's about barbecue and all that stuff. This one is the Ham City Jam. It's a high-energy annual skating event. Skateboarding, you betcha. It'll be hosted by the Hendelmeyer Skate Park. Categories like Best First Year Skater, Young Cats with a K. I have no idea what Young Cats with a K is. But that's one of the prizes. Women, experts, and plenty more. An opportunity for everyone who participates. Registration from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. The contest will begin at 12 noon sharp. That doesn't sound right. Enjoy live music, food and drink vendors, as well as skate shop booths, and most importantly, the awe-inspiring competition. Tons of community events going on this weekend. What else is going on? Some national events. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the second Friday in July, this is National French Fry Day. This falls on the second Friday. It used to be on the 13th. As a matter of fact, but they have adjusted it now. On the second Friday in July, folks recognize an American favorite known as the French fry. French fries, also known as chips, fries, finger chips, or French fried potatoes, are batons of deep fried potatoes, no matter what you call them. They're common fixtures of fast food restaurants and loved by folks of all ages. What's your favorite dipping sauce for your French fries? Of course, ketchup is the one that everybody thinks of, and it's the one that most people probably use as well. However, there are other folks who use different dipping sauces. You be you. Ranch dressing. I've eaten French fries. Usually they're the seasoned fries for ranch dressing. Vinegar. Have you ever gone to Long John Silver's And then you get that wine vigor, you pour a little bit of it in your table, or you accidentally, you don't intend to, but accidentally get some of it on your French fries. Hey, that's not too killing bad. I'm okay with that. Mayonnaise, I am not okay with mayonnaise on French fries. No. Honey mustard, you got to like mustard, I guess. I'm not a big honey mustard fan. Cheese, how about cheese? Well, no, but you could be like the Canadians. The Canadians use gravy, make a poutine. So there you go. You can do that. Make a nice gravy for your French fries, and that'd be wonderful. French fries really not just for potatoes. How many of these French fries would you eat? Actually, those are just potatoes. And that looks like barbecue sauce. I eat French fries with barbecue sauce all the time. Do you eat French fries made out of sweet potatoes? Do you? You can have them all. You can have mine. Jicama fries. I don't know what the jicama is. It's, I guess, tropical. Parsnip slivers. Parsnip slivers. Over in England, they eat parsnips instead of potatoes a lot of the times. You tell me why. I don't know. Carrots. Baked carrot fries. Yeah, you're just asking for somebody to run from the table. How about Parmesan crusted asparagus fries? Now that I'll think about. I like fried asparagus. That works pretty good. National French Fry Day started back in 2022. How'd they get the name French fries? There's a lot of different thought processes. And actually, French fries not French. They're thinking it's Belgian from World War I, and the Belgian army spoke French instead of Flemish. So who knows how it happened? I don't know. What else going on today? This one you might be able to get behind if you don't like French fries. You're not going to go wrong with National Pecan Pie Day. Grab a slice on July 12th and celebrate National Pecan Pie Day. Mix up the ingredients using primarily corn syrup, pecan nuts, salt, and vanilla. Occasionally recipes vary, including molasses, maple syrup, who knows what all. And then pecan pie is especially considered a southern United States cuisine. A couple of good-looking pecan pies right there. When did pecan pies first show up in print? There are folks who would argue. First in print, you're looking probably at 1897, the Ladies' Home Journal. However, and there's always a however, if you've been to New Orleans, they are the pecan pie, praline, Haven and heaven. They are a wonderful place to go. They say they've been doing pecan pies since the early 1800s, and I would not want to disagree with a Cajun when they're talking food. They usually know what they're talking about. Speaking of food, and speaking of tasty food, we've got three good items today. Already had National Pecan Pie Day, National French Fry Day. The 13th, ladies and gentlemen, welcomes National Franks and Beans Day, or Beans and Franks Day, known as Beanie Weenies. How many times have you had to make your kids try to eat by feeding them Franks and Beans? It's a wonderful meal. And actually, that's pretty good looking Franks and beans right there. Somebody put a nice sear on the Franks before they threw them in the beans. A lot of times, people will just cut up a MG hot dog and toss it in there, cook it with the beans. Yeah, but you don't get a sear if you do that. Look at this. Somebody did a nice job on that hot dog before they cut it up and threw it in the Franks. You can taste it almost right now. What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen? Not much going on Friday. There are only a couple of games to tell you about, as MLB Network doesn't have a game. The Pirates are at the White Sox. That's on NBC Sports Chicago, channel 643. And finally, Cubs are in St. Louis. Yeah, let's watch that. Ain't watching it. It's on Apple TV Plus on Friday night. It is Kyle Hendricks versus Sonny Gray. Use the streamer. You might already have Apple Plus on your streamer, and that way you'll be able to see the Cardinals play the Cubs. But that'll be fun. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We are going to have some fun today. We're going to talk football and baseball. Back right after these. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. This is our weekly Take the Points show, and we've got, even though it's not football season, I just kind of thought I'd talk a little bit about football since we're about a month and a half away from high school football season, but they finally put the schedules out on the IHSA website. If you go and pay attention, this is where you follow along to see who is going to make the playoffs and who's not going to make the playoffs. You follow along with scores. And it's a terrific piece of, it's a terrific reference for you all through the football season. Go to ihsa.org and click on the sports, click football, and click season or whatever, playoff progress. And it is a wonderful, wonderful resource. But they've put the new seasons out there. And there's the Mules, went 5-5 last year. Made the playoffs. There you have the Flora Wolves. Went 3-6 last year and did not make the playoffs. And then you have the Salem Wildcats, went 4-5 and did not make the playoffs. So the point of why am I showing all those? We're going to be following those teams throughout the course of the season. We've got at least 3 football games for all of them set up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Now the thing is, looking at the, I think they have a mistake here on the Fairfield and the Flora dates, because when they play each other down there, it says October 4th. That game is actually at Fairfield on October 5th. It's on Saturday afternoon, October 5th, down in Fairfield. The other oddity, looking at Fairfield, they haven't been able to replace their first opponents yet. They were supposed to play Vienna, and they haven't been able to find a replacement to play on that first Friday night of the year. A lot of times, and this is why I bring that up, because if you're looking at that, you see the Flora has been able to replace Vienna. They're picking up TDW Academy, coming in to play Flora on October 18th, coming in from Missouri. That's a nice get. But a lot of times, as seasons begin, at least in the last 3 or 4 years, there are teams that whenever practice starts in August, they are unable to find a game because some team won't get enough players out for football. And so whoever they were supposed to play the first week of the season, they just lose them. So these teams are scrambling to find games. I have the feeling, and I haven't asked Coach Townsend if that's what he's waiting on. Either that or he hasn't had a good offer yet, or an offer for to play anybody yet. But I have a feeling that August 30th, August 31st game will be filled. I'm kind of confused about that August 30th date at Carmi. Okay, that is a Friday. Fairfield has their August 31st. They have the date as the Saturday against Vienna. Oh, because that was supposed to be at Vienna. Vienna has canceled, and so yeah, that's still set up as a Saturday. And I don't know what the referees are doing. But Flora plays their first game at home against CZR on the 6th. The Mules will play at home against El Dorado, and then you look Salem. They've only have one home game in the first 5 weeks. That's against Mount Zion, and then the rest of the season, you see how it's laid out. For the Wildcats, they do only have 4 home games this year. Mount Zion's going to be pretty good. Now, that's not a conference game, of course. And Benton is going to be a really tough game for Salem. So for Salem to get back into the playoffs, they're going to need to win on the road, most likely at Centralia, just to get the season off to a good start. And then have to do well in the conference. And they can do well in that conference. It's not a too big a hill for a climber at all. Taking a look at the Mules and at Flora, with only 8 conference games, Fairfield may end up taking a forfeit on that Vienna game on that first week of the season. And I have no idea what TDW Academy from St. Louis has coming to Flora in October. Both of these teams, and all 3 of these teams, good shots to sniff the playoffs and get into the playoffs, and that's all you can ask going in to a playoff setting is, hey, do we have a chance? Yeah, you got a chance. What about the other kinds of football? We talked last week, or week before last, about the Euros, right? We all picked Euro champions as I think Jamie and the Euros are down to their last 2 teams. Here's the Euro. How it went, and the championship game is set for Sunday at 2:00 our time. Spain versus England in the championship contest. Jamie and Weeze both had that set right, but they both have England winning that match. They both have England over Spain. And now Lucas, on the other hand, he had Spain in that contest as well. He had Spain, I think, beating Italy in that contest, and Italy didn't get out of the first round. They stumbled, but Lucas still has a potential champ. I had I was silly. I went off the board. I kind of went with Portugal. I think I went with Portugal over Turkey. Yeah, Turkey got out of the first round, but they could not get past Netherlands as the Netherlands scored a late goal. But this is coming up on Sunday afternoon. And that's going to be a ton of fun. So you can watch that one Sunday at 2 o'clock in our local time. After that, then you have the final at 7 o'clock on Sunday night. This is Argentina versus Colombia. This is in the Copa, the Western Hemisphere matches. And Argentina, a heavy favorite. Maybe not quite as heavy as don't listen to me. They're probably about a minus 170, minus 175 favorite over Colombia, who is around plus 200 or so, or plus 150, I mean, the other way. So Colombia comes in off their win over Uruguay on Wednesday night. Did you watch any of that? It was a wild match. You had people getting fouled. You had fouls. You had real fouls. I mean, it was rough, and there were red cards. People getting sent off. Colombia won the game, even though they had only 10 players. So, and then after the game, well, the Uruguayans weren't all that happy with some of the Colombian fans. You don't see it very often in soccer. You'll see fans fighting in the stands, but you don't see the players going into the stands after fans. And that's what happened in that Colombia game. The Uruguayans went into the stands going after the Colombian fans because I understand there were a few, actually there were two fans who were very, very obnoxious to family members of some of the Colombia players. Or pardon me, some of the Uruguayan players. And Uruguayans were trying to protect their families. Of course, this is first look for everybody. Nobody knows what and who's going to be able to play. As you see, they do have a third place match against Canada on Saturday evening. Who knows who's going to be able to play for Uruguay? That's all on Fox Sports 1, and that's good, clean fun right there. Going into the stands. Let's go into the stands, see if we can't start kicking the tail of some of the fans. Maybe not the coolest thing. One other thing in football before later on we'll get to the NFL, the NFL East, the NFC East, pardon me. But I was intrigued by these betting numbers. The team to score the most points in the NFL this year, the betting favorites are the Lions and the 49ers, and they're twice as good a number as the Chiefs. I was kind of surprised by that, as they both of those teams are coming into the season with first place schedules. So if you have a first place schedule, that means your schedule's not as easy as a team that comes in with a last place schedule or something. But yeah, you see that the Lions, the 49ers, the Bills, and the Eagles and the Cowboys, and then you don't get to the defending champs until you get about 7 or 8 down, and they're tied with the Rams and the Dolphins, and then you have the Packers and Ravens. This is for most points. Who do you think is expected to score the fewest points on the season? So you're getting 5-1 odds on the favorite for most points. Are we getting that good on the favorite for the fewest? No, we're not getting that much, because folks just have no faith in a non-Bill Belichick Patriots team that really doesn't have a quarterback. It's an astonishing thing to me that the Patriots are going in to 2024 without a quarterback. So I don't know. Patriots and Broncos. Broncos have a better offensive coach than the Patriots do, as Sean Payton, he knows what he's doing. But he's got to work in a new quarterback as well. I would feel pretty safe about the Patriots on the team to score the least points. Initial thoughts on this. Steelers in that low price. I guess the Steelers, they never score a ton of points, but they depend on their defense. So the Raiders have been scoring a lot of points lately. Antonio Pierce did a nice job at the end of last season, and they scored. I don't see the Raiders not being able to score, but we'll see. That's all a few weeks away. You're watching Big Talk. We'll come back, talk a little baseball, All-Star game, and all kinds of different things. Might even talk about the Canadian Football League. We'll see what we can come up with. Back right after this.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Florida. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, Cole Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. As we have reached the All-Star break. As of Sunday of this weekend, it'll be the All-Star break. There's all kinds of fun events going on. They'll have this. It's taking place down in Arlington this year. If you've ever been down there to Arlington, it's you are not going to be bored. You've got all kinds of stuff on one side of the interstate, and then you have the Texas State Fair on the other side of the interstate. So there's something to do all over the place down there in Arlington. Now, well, that is if the Texas State Fair is going on. I don't think it is yet. They usually do that in October. But the All-Star game, coming into the All-Star game, is this how you kind of expected to see your American League looking? The Baltimore Orioles, there are still 3 games to play before the break. Actually, maybe 4 games to play for most teams before the break, but they're well over half. The Orioles have played 92 games, and they now lead the Yankees by 2. Yankees 3-7 in their last 5 games. They have been struggling mightily. Until their win last night, I think they were 6 out of their last 20. They were 6-14 going into last night's game. They won, so now that would be 7-13 in their last 20. The Red Sox have been creeping up on the Yankees. They may be able to catch the Yankees. I don't know. And then you have the AL Central. You got 3 teams playing some pretty good baseball in there. The Kansas City Royals gave the Cardinals what for the last couple of days as they beat them a doubleheader on Wednesday and beat them handily. As they kind of exposed the Cardinals relief crew as maybe needing the break worse than others. Let's put it that way. The Cardinals relief may be getting just a smidge tired with a night with 60 or 65, 70 games still remaining. But there you see the Guardians, 3 teams over 500, and then 2 teams over 500 out west as the Astros have crept over 500. And boy, are the Mariners going to be able to hold them off. You know, the Astros had one of the worst Aprils and Mays as they've ever had, but they have been hot as a firecracker lately. And the Rangers, who had a terrible start of the season, they're also creeping their way near the Astros, near 500 level. You got to get to 500, folks. That's whenever you have one of these terrible starts. You got to make your way back to 500 before you can make your way forward from there. That's for sure. Let's take a look at the National League. Phillies, again, continuing to just rolling along. The Brewers have extended their lead to 5.5. It was 4.5 a couple of days ago on the Cardinals, and that sweep by the by the Royals did the Cardinals no good whatsoever. Cardinals have the Cubs coming in this weekend for 4, and Cardinals are hoping that maybe gets them going straight again, back on the straight and narrow. Dodgers, again, just rolling along as well, but there's a few cracks. There's a few cracks in Dodgerland as they have they've got some pitching issues. They only have 2 good pitchers right now. If they went into the healthy pitchers, let me rephrase that. If they went in to the playoffs right now, would you pick the Dodgers over? Well, I don't know. You couldn't pick them over the Phillies. Would you pick them over the Braves? Braves have some starters coming back. I don't know. Would you pick them over the Padres? The Padres have some good starters. Both teams came in. Actually, they're both on some severe losing streaks right there coming in to whenever I pulled these from on Thursday afternoon. But it's you just never know what is going to pop through. How about the All-Star game? Who's starting in the All-Star game? There's the American League starters and the National League starters. Look at all those doggone Phillies on the National League. You've got first base, second base, a shortstop, and third. Oh, no, that's not quite right, is it? Yeah, you've got first base is Bryce Harper, and then you have Alec Baum there at third base. He's having a heck of a season so far. And there's the All-Star starters. Now, the intriguing thing, the thing that folks like to bet on, is the Home Run Derby. Here are the players playing in the Home Run Derby. You got the Baltimore Orioles' Gunnar Henderson. He's down there at the bottom of the screen. Alec Baum is the Philly that you see there swinging. Which one is he? Over there, oh no, that's a Met. That's Alonso. And then you've got Luis Robert, along with, there's short a player. Adolis Garcia from Texas. Oh, this must be last year's. Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I've got some of the wrong players on there. Alec Baum is in it. Pete Alonso, Bobby Witt Jr. from Kansas City is in it. Adolis Garcia, Teoscar Hernandez, Marcel Ozuna, and Jose Ramirez. I bring all that up for this. You think, is there nothing to do? Can I not bet on anything during the All-Star game? Well, you can bet on the All-Star game. It is an exhibition. It doesn't count. You never know who's going to play. If you bet on an All-Star game, I think you can call gambling hotlines somewhere to try to get help. Seek help. I'm not doing that. And I'm not going to bet on this, but people do. They bet on the home run derby. Pete Alonso has won the derby twice already, and he is the betting favorite at 3-1. Alonso, he won in 2019 as well as 2021. If he wins it one more time, he'll tie Ken Griffey Jr. He comes in with 18 home runs on the season. As I'm kind of surprised Gunnar Henderson is 5.5-1. He comes in with 27 home runs on the season. I'm not surprised Alec Baum is last at, he's only got 11 home runs on the year. Bobby Witt has 15 home runs on the year. Then you look at Marcel Ozuna at 4-1. Marcel Ozuna, the former Cardinal, he has 30 or 23 home runs. He's hitting the ball well. Jose Ramirez also hitting the ball well. If I was gonna gamble on the home run derby, and like I said, I'm not gonna gamble on the home run derby. You got to be crazy to bet on the home run derby, but people do. I just don't see it. But I like Jose Ramirez. He's a good hitter, and he is coming in with what's Jose got? He's got 23 home runs on the season. He's getting 12-1 odds. That's pretty good. He's known for his contact ability more than his power, but he's hitting home runs at the highest full season rate of his career right now. And the thing is, they've changed the rules. They've changed the rules a little bit. They're only giving each player a certain number of pitches. It's not it's still timed to an extent. But once you get past the certain number of pitches, you're done. And you kind of need a good contact hitter to be able to to be able to win the thing. I don't know. I'm just making a silly pick. I like Jose Ramirez. I like Bobby Witt, but I don't like Bobby Witt's number. I like Jose Ramirez's number a lot more than Bobby Witt. Enjoy the All-Star game, ladies and gentlemen. Do you still watch the All-Star game? I'm a sucker for it. I still love the All-Star game, even though I don't like the fact that they don't get to wear their own jerseys. They're putting on these American national jerseys now. I liked it. It looked a lot better when they were all wearing their road jerseys or they were all wearing their home jerseys. Minor nitpick. But that is this weekend, or pardon me, this next week. That's next Tuesday. We'll be right back. Going to talk a little bit more about some football. Talk about the NFC East. We broke down the NFC Central a couple of weeks ago. And let's break down the NFC this week and take a little closer gambling look at it. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash. Be back right after these. Stick around.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory of Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Friday, July 12th. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you get out and enjoy the weekend. It's not going to be too killing hot. I mean, they're talking about 90 degrees, maybe 92 degrees on Saturday. I hope you didn't get too much rain over the past week. Hey, that was a nice $1 million rain for the crops if it didn't drown them. That was down in Wayne County is typically about an inch across the way, but you get here in Clay and then northern Clay and into Effingham counties, and it was a little bit more, 2 or 3 inches. I heard some folks in T-Town got 3.5 inches. So hope you got just the right amount for you. Taking a look, we talked a little bit of NFL earlier. By the way, the CFL, I like the Edmonton Eskimos. I think the Edmonton Eskimos are a solid team. I just like the name. I don't know who's playing for who in Canada. I promise we'll have a rundown next time the boys are here. We'll have a good rundown on Canadian football. We had a request, but. The NFL East Division is one of the more tightly wound divisions, as the Eagles are even money to win. The Cowboys at plus 150. The Commanders 8.5 to 1, and then you have the Giants at 11 to 1. This all comes down really to quarterbacks. Who has a quarterback and who doesn't have a quarterback? As you've got here's Dallas. The odds to win, to finish in first in the division, 135 to 1. Second, it's or plus 135. First or second, it's the same money. Either way for the Cowboys. So if you think you're going to finish first or second, you can bet both of those, and you're going to be money ahead one way or the other. Do the math? No, you may not be quite. To make the playoffs, they are heavy favorites to make the playoffs at 182. Over and under games to win during the regular season, juiced to the over at 9.5. I'm kind of surprised they weren't 10.5. I would have thought that the Cowboys with Dak Prescott. Now, granted, Dak Prescott is entering his final year of his contract, and there is some little bit of thought about wondering if he's going to sign. Are they going to sign him long term again? What are they going to do with Dak? Is he good enough for him to pay $60? By the way, Dak's going to cost them $60 million a year if they re-sign him. Right now, they're paying him $40. what do you do if you're a Cowboy? If you're a Cowboy fan, if you're a Cowboy bettor, what are you going to do? But I would pick over. I like the juice to the over there at 9.5. How about the New York Football Giants? The New York Giants to make the playoffs, 4-1 to make the playoffs, and that's being very kind, I think, to the Giants. The over/under is 6.5 games, and look at that. It's heavily juiced to the under. That means folks don't think the Giants are going to win 6 games. The problem with the Giants, well, a few problems with the Giants. Now, they got a nice, fancy wide receiver in the draft. They did a nice job. They got the kid from LSU, and he's pretty tough. He'll be a good wide receiver for them. Is Daniel Jones going to be able to hold up? They're paying the quarterback a ton of money to stand back there and try to survive against folks. But division finishing position, they are picked to finish last. So you can't even get even money. It's minus money for the Giants to finish last in the NFC East. That's just, I did that today. That's just what it is right now. They're on HBO Hard Knocks right now, and people aren't jumping behind the Giants. How about Philadelphia? 10.5 games, and that's pretty close to even money on 10.5, minus 121. The Philadelphia comes in with a outstanding quarterback. Jalen Hurts has been doing incredible work for Philadelphia. They love him there. To make the playoffs, that's even less than the Cowboys, right? At minus 235. Yeah, that's a heavier favorite than the Cowboys. The Cowboys were minus 182, and the Eagles at minus 235. No to make the playoffs, 190. That'd be, they take 7 teams into the playoffs. That would be a pretty for the Eagles not to finish in the top 7 teams of the NFC. Well, you'd have to bet that under on the 10.5. That's for sure. You have that. You have a lot of times, every year, it seems like there's a team that goes from worst to first. Will it be this year? Will it be the Washington Commodores? Oh boy, I was this close. I almost said it. I'm sorry about that. The Washington Commanders. They are picked at plus 305 to make the playoffs, minus 400 not to make the playoffs, 4-1 to not make it. The over/under games won, over 6.5 or under 6.5. This is tricky. This is really kind of an intriguing bet because you want to know who's playing quarterback this year for the Commanders? I had to look it up. I remembered they drafted Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels played for LSU. Great quarterback in college. Great quarterback at LSU. He joins a quarterbacking crew that includes Marcus Mariota, Jeff Driscoll, and Sam Hartman. Two rookie quarterbacks on the roster for the Washington Commanders. And both of them, let's see, I think Hartman was like a 2nd or 3rd round pick. I don't know what they were doing, but Jaden Daniels is really good. How long will they be able to keep him off the field, or how long will the Commanders want to keep Jaden Daniels off the field? Marcus Mariota, Is he really? Is he only just a backup now? Is that what you can basically count on Mariota for? I don't know. Mariota is he's not a young man anymore. So there you have the minus 125 to get over. So this is juiced to the over 6.5. That means folks like their defense, or they like Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, is he going to have a intriguing season, like, that's the thing. We'll get to the AFC. We'll get to the AFC South eventually. I can't wait to talk about it when I want to talk about Anthony Richardson, as he was just a ball of fire for the Colts last year, and then he got injured, and that might be what Washington is trying to do, trying to catch a little lightning in a bottle with Jaden Daniels. When will he start? Will Mariota start? Will Driscoll surely won't start. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, here you go, folks. Here's the division winners, Eagles and Cowboys, plus 100 and plus 150. What do you do? Who are you going to pick? I hate to go with chalk, but I just don't trust the Cowboys. I don't trust the Cowboys to be able to hang with the Eagles. So yeah, I'd go Eagles to get to 10.5 over. So I'm taking the over on the Eagles. It was 9.5 on the Cowboys. I'm gonna take under on the Cowboys. I just don't trust their offense. CeeDee Lamb's a great player, but I don't trust Dak to stay healthy, even in his go year. I'd take probably the under on the Redskins too, and on the Giants 6.5. Just a guess. We got a month and a half to go. You need to pay attention to what happens in the training camp anyway, before you make those kind of silly bets, because you never know who's going to get hurt, and if somebody does get hurt, you've already got the money out. No point in it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy the weekend in sports. Go Cardinals. Beat the Cubs. We'll see y'all next time on Big Talk.